Hello, my Aries, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus, and welcome to your Timeless Love Tarot reading. We're going to dig in to what's happening in your love life at this given moment or at any time which this applies to you. It's timeless. All right. So, any information that you need from me is in the description down below. And without further ado, Aries, let's see what's happening for you in love in regard to the oracle. Okay. So, first up, you have distorted view, perspective. A change in perspective is needed to view you or the situation with compassion. The root core of pain is often associated with how you may view yourself or the situation from a wounded place. Choosing to heal brings the broken pieces back together to create a healthy viewpoint, okay? So, which situation are you looking at from a wounded viewpoint, Aries? Like, what's happening here? Okay. What are you looking at through broken glass? All right. And how can you kind of morph that into a learning experience or an experience where you can grow in more self love and thus more external love? On the subconscious energy side, you have dreams revealed, manifest. Okay, so once you're able to, all the time, it doesn't matter if it's in love or any other aspect of your life, when you're able to look inward and view something from a non-distorted view, a different perspective, everything becomes clear, and clarity begets you having a better time manifesting the things that you want, the things that you desire. Okay, so you have the power to create and manifest what you desire, literally what I just said. When you choose to push outside of your comfort zone and have determination, your dreams become reality. Now is the time to take action and have a clear focus on what you want. The universe works with you to create it by using your manifesting power for your highest good. Okay. How is this applicable to your life, to your love? Okay. All right, Aries, and reminding you that these love readings aren't necessarily for your person specifically. They are for self love. They are for anybody, anything that you have an attachment, a commitment to. Okay, so it's much bigger than we tend to think. All right, energy be energying. All right, Aries, let's move forward into the tarot to see what messages lie in wait here for you. All right, we're going to do your energy and love, the energy regarding your person, the energy regarding the relationship, the potential outcome, as well as the advice here. On the bottom of the deck for you, Aries, you do have the Three of Wands in reverse. Subconsciously, you're not thinking that this relationship or whatever, whomever you're thinking about or whatever you're thinking about in returns, what is that? In terms of love, has to do with any expansion. You're thinking, things are stalling out, things are not moving. The love is there, but it might be just at a standstill. You might be waiting for somebody to propose to you. You're just like in this lull in your relationship, or there just might not be any relationships at all, regardless of anything. It's just stagnant energy, and you're just like, it makes you feel a little bit uncomfortable, subconsciously. You do have the Five of Wands here for your energy and love, because there's still something that you're healing from, some past energy that you're healing from, where somebody may have manipulated you or just, caused you to, or enabled like a negative self talk for you, somebody that was not kind, anxieties that you've had in regard to yourself, ultimately yourself, but they could have been reflected to you from an outside source. These could have been things that were just born inside of you and you kind of let fester. But right now, in regard to the relationship and how they affect your relationships moving forward, you are focused on healing these things and not carrying that sense of worry, that sense of anxiety with you, okay, all the time. All right. And thus having it affect your relationship. In regard to your person's energy, they do have the Hermit card here. So the Hermit card in reverse, they're taking, the way they're reflecting you, they're taking time to themselves. And it's more so, I will clarify to see if they're taking the time to themselves to heal, because you might be taking the time for yourself. You might have retracted from society. It is winter, to really heal from a specific mindset. We'll see in regards to your person, but there is a sense of loneliness. There is a sense of nobody understands me type of energy. They don't necessarily see their journey for what it has been thus far. They're kind of just like in their little bubble right now. And the Hermit card in reverse, it could be that it's not such a positive bubble. Okay. The Spirit of Cups is representing the relationship between you and this person or this energy. The Spirit of Cups is actually the Queen of Cups. All right. Very supportive energy, very focused on nurturing, very spiritual, enlightenment, growthy energy. So I do feel like whatever way that you're reflecting each other, when you come back together, there's going to be like this understanding, there's going to be like this know-how to know how to help each other, because again, there's a reason why you resonate with each other, there's a reason why the frequencies be frequencying. Okay, so in regard to this Queen of Cups energy, this is like together you can come together from separate places, kind of having experienced the same things and growing from there. Okay, be careful that you are not trauma bonding, because that's a whole different scenario. Okay, then that entails, again, you not and your person not looking at a circumstance from a distorted view. Okay, if you're both able to see really what the lesson is, that your experience is trying to teach you, then that's when you're growing together. That's not trauma bonding. Okay, you're focused on healing. All right, your who is this, your potential outcome here, you do have the Seven of Pentacles in reverse. Okay, this is something that's again slowed down, just because so this is a different type of stagnant energy, where subconsciously you had the Three of Wands to begin with, like stagnant. Okay, this one is not stagnant in the same way, because there's a lot of inner healing, the unseen. It's a lot of things that we don't see, okay, that we can't necessarily always explain, but there is something moving, there is something shaking. It's just that on the outside, in regard to the relationship, there's not much difference. It's an energetic shift toward the right direction in regard to you and this person, or this circumstance, or whatever it is. Okay, so it's putting the seed in the ground, and the seed doing its thing before it comes up, before it starts to sprout. Clearly, it's gaining nourishment, it's growing internally before it does anything externally. So that's what's happening here. If and that's for you guys who have are still healing from anxiety, and you're looking for external changes or um, evidence that something is happening. Like, it happens internally first. Okay, all right, so your advice here, the Nine of Swords, literally, I mean, keep doing what you're doing, Aries. I don't know why you're so anxious, what all this energy is, what you think is going to happen, why you're so worried about it. Like, the advice is to focus on the things that you need to heal on at the end of the day. Like, don't try to take on more burdens than you should, than you really have to. Think about yourself, think about your healing, think about why this particular thing bothers you so much, and really get to the foundation of it. Really put your time and effort into finding your inner peace again. Okay, so Aries, with that, I'm going to go ahead and start to clarify. I want to thank you all for being here, no matter when you came into my life, or no matter when you found my energy. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I appreciate all of you. We're going to go ahead and start to clarify. I think a whole bunch of those cards just turned around, and I guess not. So let's see what else is in store for you in love, Aries. All right. Ooh, I love it. The abundance. It's the abundance for me always. All right, we're going to see what's on the bottom of the deck for you all, Aries. So clarifying this Three of Wands in reverse, you do have the Page of Pentacles here. Okay, so again, this is subconsciously like you're wanting things to start moving again. It's like coming from a stand, like subconsciously that even though nothing's moving right now, this is like a time for you to kind of begin again, start over, do different things in regards to love, try different little things in regards to love, and approach love with like a curiosity, with like a playful mindset. It doesn't have to be stressful. It doesn't have to be like such a big thing that you're making it out to be, like, and causing it to be more of a negative instead of a beautiful thing. Um, Aries, you do have the Five of Wands for your energy, and the Five of Wands is in reverse, clarified by the Empress, as well as the Queen of Pentacles here. Okay, these are like the same thing to me, but one is just like a lesser frequency. The fact that you have both of them, Aries, like it's gonna be okay. Like I just got my little spiritual nudge, the physical whatever that I get. Anyway, that Aries, everything is going to be okay. Okay, you are doing your best to show up in the divine feminine aspect of yourself. You know, the nurturing part, the loving part, the part that does its best to be present in the moment, like that part, the nurturing. You're doing that. Okay, you're finding resources within yourself that you never even knew that you had, because you're taking that time for yourself. Okay, to talk more positively to yourself, to be more forgiving of yourself, you know, to realize that things weren't your fault and things don't happen to you, they happen for you. You know, again, it's changing that distorted view into one of first of all, truth, a more positive perspective. Okay, love that for you. So that healing is going on. The Hermit is here for your person's energy, and your person has the Page of Wands as well as the World card here in reverse. Okay, so your person is also, again, learning how to love again, learning that they're not alone in life. Okay, learning what this loneliness, what this feeling is actually saying to them. You know, that it's not just loneliness, it's the point that you get to, or humanity gets to, when they're trying to achieve something, and it just gets to that point where they have been doing it for so long, or it's just so much, you know, it's so what do you say, like so exhausting that they just give up. They're realizing they're at that point when usually people like fall off and stop doing the work that they have been doing, but if they had continued to do it, like they actually end up getting what they want. It's just around the corner, it's just through the next doorway, you know, type of situation. So they're realizing, as you are, Aries, that you actually have done the work. Like things are working, even though you're not necessarily seeing everything, even though you haven't completed the whole lesson. Like you are making progress. Okay, you are looking at love differently. Okay, they are looking at love differently and coming at it from a more playful, more genuine perspective. Okay, the Queen of Cups is clarified by the Five of Swords as well as the Three of Wands here. Okay, all right, so there is, you know, expansion and growth here. The Five of Swords is coming out for you. I was Five of Wands. Yeah. Okay. The Five of Swords is coming out for you, Aries, because again, there is like a lot of anxiety that has been here between the both of you, and you're wondering, or you're nurturing, or you're supporting a way out of that. Like the relationship is showing you both how to expand, how to grow from that icy kind of stagnant viewpoint, or state of being that you guys have both been in. Okay, in regards to the potential outcome, you do have the Seven of Pentacles in reverse. The Seven of Pentacles is clarified by the Six of Cups as well as the Queen of Cups in reverse. Okay, so there's very nostalgic energy. There's very much so you wondering, or you both remembering what you have um, experienced in love thus far in your whole entire life. You know, just pondering on things, pondering about how things have been, how things currently are, and how you want them to go. Realizing again the growth that you have attained from the time when you were young until now. What you haven't been doing to nurture yourself, what hasn't been, what still needs to be watered, what still needs fertilizer in your life, and kind of again putting that blissful spin on it. Like the nostalgia is supposed to be like a blissful thing, like something that you remember fondly. So what aspects of your life in regard to love or anything, because love is the foundational groundwork to manifestation in anything, you know. So what aspect of your life in the past have you felt just like whole? Have you felt complete? And how can you bring that energy to the present moment? You have the, for your anxiety here, or your advice, the Nine of Swords is clarified by the Judgment card, as well as the Knight of Pentacles here for you, Aries. So again, your advice, little by little, to ask yourself, like, why is it that I'm so anxious about this? Or why is it that this thing is bothering me? Like, is this thing really supposed to be doing this? Like, what is it showing me about myself that I need to heal from? And baby steps, little by little, kind of getting over that, kind of realizing that the fear is not, probably not even coming from you. It's probably something that you learned, and something that you learned to fear. First of all, it's not your fear in the first place. You can unlearn to fear that thing. You can move past that. You can heal. Okay, so again, your advice is to focus on what you don't feel necessarily comfortable with in your experience in regard to love. This is a love reading. um and move past it, so that it doesn't affect your future relationships. Aries, we're going to go ahead and start to pull some triggers and or codependencies that you and or your person are going through at this time. So let's see. So you do have, codependency wise, attitude of authority. Did you write the book on love? You can't make people love you if you don't love yourself. Period. Okay. On the bottom of the deck, you do have a trigger. When I'm not confident with who I am, I will act in superficial ways. All right. Last but not least, Aries, let's go ahead and pick a time frame or some time hints as to when this reading might be most applicable to you. And please remember that, you know your own life. So if it's applicable right now, then it's right now. If you come back to this reading and it's applicable then, these are just the guideposts, okay? This is a Aries collective reading, okay? All right, so let's see, Aries, you have more than a year. All right, so you might have some time, and this might actually be like a warning to you to, like, kind of make sure you're getting the jump on, future energy that you may fall into, so that you can avoid this, Tower card in reverse type of situation. You don't have to go through this. This is like, even if you're not going through this right now, Aries, this is a time for you to be like, wait a minute, all right, let me reevaluate, let me get clear on what I want type of situation, so that you don't have to go through certain things. Okay. You also have, whatever you were thinking while I was saying that, it's not likely. All right, the subconscious energy. All right, so I'm gonna leave that right on there, Aries. If this resonated in any way, shape, or form, I'm so glad to help. As always, definitely take a gander at your Cancer full moon reading that will pop up over here on the bottom of the screen. And other than that, please share this with another Aries. Anyone that just literally just needs to hear this message. It might come to them just in time. They might be dealing with an Aries, or they might have Aries in their chart, or not. Whatever, who's it? All right. So I will see you guys later. Alrighty. Doodles.